Narendranath Datta was born on January 12, 1863, in the bustling city of Calcutta. He was born in Calcutta, India, a city known for its rich cultural heritage and vibrant history. His family affectionately called him Bile, a name that would resonate through his early years. He was a bright and curious child, always eager to learn and explore the world around him. Bile's family was wealthy and respected, providing him with a nurturing and supportive environment. Bile's grandfather was a scholar, a man of great wisdom and knowledge. He was also a lawyer, known for his dedication and integrity in his profession. Bile left home at a young age to become a monk, driven by a deep spiritual calling. Bile's father was a successful lawyer, well respected in the community for his legal acumen. He was a kind and generous man, always willing to help those in need. He believed in education and progress, values he instilled in his children. Bile's mother was a devout woman, deeply rooted in her spiritual beliefs. She was known for her intelligence and strength, qualities that she passed on to her children. She instilled strong values in her children, teaching them the importance of integrity and compassion. She taught them to be compassionate and just, guiding them with a firm yet loving hand. Bile's family background played a crucial role in shaping his character and future aspirations. He grew up with a strong sense of justice and a thirst for knowledge, always seeking to understand the world better. Bile's childhood home was always filled with music, literature, and philosophical discussions, enriching his young mind. His parents encouraged his curiosity, fostering an environment where questions were welcomed. They nurtured his love for learning, ensuring he had access to the best education and resources. Little did they know their Bile would one day be known across the world as Swami Vivekananda, a name synonymous with spiritual enlightenment. He would become a spiritual leader and a beacon of hope for millions, leaving an indelible mark on history. Bile excelled in his studies. He had a sharp mind and a photographic memory. He was also a talented athlete and a gifted artist. He was popular among his peers and respected by his teachers. In 1871, Bile was enrolled in Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's Metropolitan Institution. Vidyasagar was a prominent social reformer. He was known for his efforts to improve the lives of women and the underprivileged. Bile was deeply influenced by Vidyasagar's teachings. He learned the importance of education and social justice. He was also exposed to Western philosophy and science. He studied the works of John Stuart Mill, David Hume, and Charles Darwin. These diverse influences broadened Bile's horizons. He began to question traditional beliefs and customs. He developed a critical and analytical mind. He was not afraid to challenge the status quo. As Bile grew older, he became increasingly interested in spiritual matters. He was troubled by the suffering he saw around him. He questioned the existence of God and the purpose of life. Bile joined the Brahmo Samaj. This was a religious reform movement. It emphasized reason and social reform. The Brahmo Samaj rejected idol worship and caste distinctions. It promoted the idea of one God. While the Brahmo Samaj provided some answers, Bile yearned for a deeper understanding. He sought out different teachers and spiritual traditions. He practiced meditation and studied scriptures. He was on a quest for truth and enlightenment. Bile's spiritual journey was not easy. He faced doubts and uncertainties, but he never gave up his search. He was determined to find the answers to life's biggest questions. Bile's life took a dramatic turn when he met Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Ramakrishna was a renowned mystic. He was the priest of the Kali temple in Dakshineswar. He was known for his ecstatic states and his profound wisdom. Bile was initially skeptical of Ramakrishna. He found his unconventional ways strange, but he was drawn to his purity and love. He began to visit Ramakrishna regularly. He would ask him difficult questions about God, life, and death. Ramakrishna recognized Bile's potential. He saw in him a great spiritual leader. He guided Bile with patience and compassion. He taught him the true meaning of religion. It was about realizing the divine within and serving humanity. Under Ramakrishna's guidance, Bile underwent a profound transformation. He realized that all religions lead to the same truth. He experienced the oneness of all beings. He became known as Swami Vivekananda. It means the bliss of discerning wisdom. After the passing of his beloved guru Sri Ramakrishna in 1886, Vivekananda embarked on a pilgrimage across India. This journey was not just a physical one, but also a profound spiritual quest. He wanted to understand the true state of his nation, to see firsthand the conditions in which his fellow countrymen lived. He traveled on foot, living on alms, and observing the lives of ordinary people. He immersed himself in their daily struggles and joys. Vivekananda was deeply moved by the poverty and suffering he witnessed. The stark realities of life for many Indians left a lasting impression on him. He saw firsthand the injustices faced by the lower castes, the marginalized and the oppressed. He realized that true religion was not about rituals and dogma. It was about the essence of humanity and compassion. It was about serving the poor and uplifting the downtrodden. This realization became a cornerstone of his teachings. During his travels, Vivekananda met people from all walks of life. He listened to their stories, their hopes and their dreams. He engaged with scholars, saints and social reformers. These interactions enriched his understanding and broadened his perspective. He shared his wisdom and inspired countless individuals. His words ignited a spark of hope and determination in many hearts. He began to formulate his vision for a resurgent India. An India that would rise above its challenges and embrace its true potential. It would be based on spiritual strength, social justice and national unity. A vision that continues to inspire generations. Vivekananda's journey across India was not just a physical pilgrimage. It was a transformative experience that shaped his life's mission. It was a spiritual awakening, a journey that opened his eyes to the deeper truths of life and existence. He realized the immense potential of his motherland, a potential that lay in its people, its culture, and its spiritual heritage. He also recognized the urgent need for social reform and spiritual regeneration. His journey was a call to action for all who believed in a better future. Section 6. The Monk as a Social Reformer. Vivekananda's travels across India exposed him to the harsh realities of poverty, caste discrimination, and social injustice. He was deeply troubled by the plight of the marginalized and the oppressed. He believed that true religion lay in serving humanity. He challenged the rigid caste system. He advocated for the education of women. He spoke out against superstition and religious hypocrisy. He believed that India could not progress without addressing these social evils. Vivekananda's message resonated with the youth of India. They were inspired by his call for social action and national regeneration. He urged them to awaken to their potential and work for the betterment of society. He reminded them of India's glorious past and instilled in them a sense of pride in their heritage. Vivekananda believed that India's spiritual wisdom had the power to heal the world. He envisioned a society where spirituality and social progress went hand in hand. Section 7. A Voice for the Voiceless. Vivekananda's travels across India had a profound impact on him. He saw the plight of the poor and the marginalized. He realized that India needed more than just political freedom. It needed social justice and spiritual awakening. He emerged as a powerful voice for the voiceless. He spoke out against the caste system, which he saw as a major obstacle to India's progress. He advocated for the education of women, believing that it was the key to empowering future generations. Vivekananda's message resonated with many. He inspired people to look beyond narrow self-interest and work for the common good. He taught that service to humanity was the highest form of worship. His words were like a lion's roar, awakening a slumbering nation. He challenged India to rise to its potential and reclaim its rightful place in the world. Section 8. On the world stage. In 1893, Swami Vivekananda traveled to America. He went to attend the Parliament of the World's Religions in Chicago. This was a groundbreaking event. It brought together religious leaders from around the globe. Vivekananda was an unknown monk from India. He was not even an official delegate, but he was determined to share his message of universal brotherhood and religious harmony with the world. When Vivekananda addressed the Parliament on September 11, 1893, he began with the words, "Sisters and brothers of America." The audience erupted in thunderous applause. They were captivated by his presence, his message, and his eloquent English. Vivekananda spoke about the universality of all religions. He emphasized the importance of tolerance and understanding. He presented Hinduism not as a rigid dogma, but as a vibrant, living tradition that embraced diversity and sought unity. Section 9, A Legacy of Inspiration. Swami Vivekananda's address at the Parliament of Religions was a watershed moment, marking a significant turning point in the global perception of Indian spirituality and philosophy. He became an instant celebrity in America and Europe, captivating audiences with his profound wisdom and charismatic presence. People were drawn to his message of love, tolerance, and spiritual awakening, which transcended religious and cultural boundaries. Vivekananda's impact went far beyond religion, influencing various aspects of life, including education, social reform, and personal development. He inspired generations of Indians to fight for their freedom and build a better future, laying the foundation for a progressive and self-reliant nation. His teachings on self-reliance and social service continue to guide reformers and activists today, encouraging them to work towards a more just and equitable society. Vivekananda showed the world that India was not just a land of snake charmers and superstitions, but a land rich in ancient wisdom and spiritual depth. It was a land of ancient wisdom and spiritual depth, with a heritage that could offer profound insights to the modern world. He helped to bridge the gap between East and West, fostering understanding and respect between cultures and promoting a global dialogue on spirituality and human values. Even though he lived a short life, dying at the age of 39, his legacy continues to inspire millions around the world, transcending time and geography. He is remembered as a spiritual giant, a social reformer, and a champion of human unity, whose teachings remain a beacon of hope and inspiration. His message of strength, service, and universal brotherhood remains as relevant today as it was over a century ago, continuing to guide and inspire future generations.